Hey everybody, this is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich. I want to get a quick update on Matthew because our weather obviously here locally beautiful right now. We're in the 40s and 50s this morning, didn't feel great, but obviously some growing concern about Matthew, mainly because it's such a strong storm and it is going to move north and people all along the East Coast need to watch this storm. But let me kind of lay out the facts now. There is a lot we do and do not know, and it's really important to know that this storm is still a week away from possibly impacting the East Coast, and a 7-day forecast, especially for tropical systems, very dubious. But let me kind of break this down for you to kind of let you know what's going on. The reason we're concerned, this is one of the strongest hurricanes we've seen in quite some time. It's a Category 4 now. It perked up to a Category 5, and you're going to see it bounce around for a while. Strong hurricanes like this cannot maintain a Category 5 strength for long. They go through little cycles or little what we call eye wall replacements in the middle of the storm, and these little subtle changes will cause a fluctuation in intensity. So as of right now, it's a Category 4, but really the impacts of it, if it were to hit land right now, haven't changed all that much. Let me show you the latest forecast track, and I just posted this, and a lot of people go, ooh, I don't like that shift. Remember, this is only out to day 5, and that little, what looks like it's turning back towards the U.S., that's actually was always expected in the long-range track if you were to look at it beyond day 6, 7, 8, 9, if I were to do a long-range forecast. But we only go 5 days out. So while that looks like it's a shift to the west, it just means it's a day further along the track. But you can see it is going to be a Category 3 in the northern Bahamas sometime on Thursday. And that should tell you right away why this isn't a huge concern right now. It's just something to watch, because if you think about this, this is Thursday. Today is Saturday, okay? On Thursday at 8 a.m., it's still going to be in the northern Bahamas. So we've got a long time to watch this, and a lot of things can happen between now and Thursday, but certainly it's something to keep an eye on. Now, as far as the long-range path of this is why that little movement to the west, people, freaked out. Here's why. This is the track. If you take the mean or the average of all the model tracks, you could see it's going to recurve, and then it has this little wobble like an S curve, and then it goes out to sea like this. Now, you could see there are a couple models that have it really close to the coast, but the average or the majority are offshore. To me, the only question right now, and this is as of right now, remember, you have a responsibility as a person, a consumer, the public, to not just look at the forecast once and walk away. This is going to change a lot. It's 7 days out, maybe 10 days out from an impact on the East Coast, depending on the speed of the storm. So for that reason, if you're along the East Coast from the Northeast all the way even into Florida here, you need to pay attention. But right now, the overall concern is low. It's way down here. Quit saying this is going to be another Hazel. Quit saying this is going to be Sandy. We don't know that. For every person who says this could be a Hazel or a Sandy, it also could be a fish storm. Both scenarios are equally possible right now. That should always be said. I like laying out the possibility. So when you look at the model guidance, yes, this is in the outlier on the left, but look there's an outlier on the right too. Right now, if we shoot it right down the middle, it's going to go like this. So all of that needs to be laid out. And when you start looking at the other model guidance, one of the things I like to look at is this is the European model, which by the way, this is not the European. Let me see, what is this? This is the GFS. Okay, the GFS, this is all the ensembles, all the runs in the model. I got them confused here because I had popped up a couple at a time. You could see the average of all the model runs for the GFS actually shifted a little bit to the east and offshore after a scary run last night. And that's why you can't get caught up in an individual run. If you look at just the colors, the chances of it tracking here along the red, oranges, and yellow is the highest probability right now. So that is what you should be looking at, not a single track. These are the averages. And if you look at this, I love these maps because it lays out, see, there is a chance it could still impact the coast, but look at that. There's more model runs actually offshore. There's kind of a split here. You see a split going like this, and then another one up here. So those are worth watching. Now, as far as the European model, it's even further offshore. And this will be interesting to see because the European model in the last 3 days has done better than the actual forecast from the Hurricane Center. So today is like a big day because here's the official track. You see it in black? It goes like that. The European actually has it swinging further east, hitting Haiti, doing that S curve, and then out to sea. So this is what I mean. Don't get caught up. There is going to be a little S curve here, if you will, with the track. It's going to do a little west, then east, then back west, and hopefully back east. So there's an S curve in here. So when you see those shifts, that's not so much a shift in the track. That's it going through the S curve that we're expecting. So just a quick update. We've got plenty of time to watch it. Everyone wants to know, is it going to impact us? I don't think we'll have an impact at all in the Western Carolinas, but on the coast, you need to pay attention. This is a serious storm because if it does come close to the coast, it's not going to be a weak system. It's going to be very strong, and that's definitely the word of caution I will give you. This isn't going to be a cheapy storm. Remember, we've gone now almost 11 years without a major hurricane hitting the U.S., so we're in a huge drought. Don't let your guard down, but also don't freak out. Don't panic. This is not going to hit us right now based on the guidance. Certainly that could change, but as of right now, I think it's going to stay offshore and hopefully by at least 100 to 200 miles. Keep your fingers crossed. Hope you have a great weekend. Don't worry, we got plenty of time to watch this. Early to mid next week, we'll have a better idea. That's when it's in the Bahamas, and we still have time, even then, to prepare for it. So it's no need to freak out now. You should always have a hurricane plan in place, honestly. But at this point, there's no action you need to take right now because this thing is 7 to 10 days away from any potential impact. And I should emphasize potential. There's still a chance there's no impact.